Well, there's always a lot of preparation for the auction, and the auction on November 4th probably was the highlight of my career. Not only because it made $62 million and we sold a $36 million painting, two things that are almost unheard of in the 19th century world, but because we had a new idea of how to put this sale together, which basically was to limit the number of lots and to keep them at the high end.
It all sort of came about last spring when we looked at the 19th century sales and we decided we wanted to move them to a different time of year in order to expand the buyer base. And we thought the best opportunity would be to move it to the Impressionist Sale Week. We also knew that if we did this, we had to present a very curated masterpiece sale because our pictures needed to stand up to the other Impressionist and modern masters that we'd have on view in the building at the same time, and they also needed to appeal to those buyers. We were able to secure a spectacular picture, Alma-Tadema's Finding of Moses. And this became what I would call the sale transforming work. We were basically able to take this painting and hang the entire sale around it and craft a sale of true masterpieces.
Sotheby's is the only auction house that has a devoted team of 19th century art, and I think that demonstrates Sotheby's commitment to the category. With Finding Moses, it was here early enough that we were able to do even more research. We were able to find out each aspect of the painting, review the 100 years of scholarship behind Alma-Tadema's work. We used our colleagues in the Antiquities Department to explore exactly how Alma-Tadema was using the artifacts that were being unearthed in Egypt in the 19th century. So more than a pastiche or an imagination, this was actually a true vision of what ancient Egypt would have been. Never in our wildest dreams would we have assumed it would make over $35 million.
When we started to gather consignments over the summer for the sale in November, we said to ourselves, wouldn't it be great to have a Boldini? And we all thought of Giovanetta and got in touch with the owner, who was very agreeable to let us have her for the auction. She is such a great portrait by Boldini. She represents exactly the best of his sort of portraits that are sort of painted in an almost futuristic style. The market was ready. It was poised for a great Boldini. The Boldini portrait of Giovanetta became the second highest price of the sale at $6.5 million and set a new world record for Giovanni Boldini at auction.
Right as we were about to go to press, we were contacted about this Millet pastel, Millet being one of the most influential artists in our category. We were immediately taken with its quality, in particular its pristine condition, which is a rare and highly desirable quality for a work on paper.
Here we have a pastel by Millet that was last seen in public in 1875. It's been lost, and it was just really, really exciting to think that two of the last people who saw it in public were Van Gogh and Degas.
Millet is best known for his naturalistic images of peasant life, and his work, in particular in the pastel medium, was hugely impactful to his Impressionist contemporaries. So with our new sale timing, this pastel provided an important art historical bridge between the 19th century European artists and the Impressionists. Orientalism is one of the most important genres in the 19th century European art category. Jean-Léon Gérôme is perhaps one of the most well-known and highly regarded of the Orientalist painters. And so we were thrilled to be able to include this extraordinary work after the bath in our November auction. What was perhaps the most exciting and most timely aspect to this consignment and sale was the major Gérôme retrospective that opened earlier this year at the Getty Museum in LA and is currently at the Musée d'Orsay in Paris and will later conclude at the Thyssen-Bornemisza Museum in Madrid next summer.
It's always very important to have a Bouguereau in the sale. In fact, Sotheby's New York has sold more Bouguereaus than any other auction house in the world. To have a celebrity that's as well known as Demi Moore was an exciting consignment. The painting by Bouguereau depicted an older sister holding her younger brother, and this sort of a painting appealed to Demi Moore because she said she liked the images that he did of strong women who also showed a gentle and compassionate side. No 19th century sale is complete without a Bouguereau, who is without a doubt the greatest French academician.
It's really rewarding to see paintings that we care so much about perform so well.
November 4th was a record-breaking sale, but I think most important to me, and I think to my colleagues, was that it really exposed how wonderful the 19th century was, how it still is in the paintings that we sell.
There is certainly a cross-current in collectors. I think the publicity generated by the sale, by the marketing before the sale, certainly brought new attention, new eyes to our paintings, and I think the success will only continue that momentum as we go into future years.
We believe in this field, and I think more than anything, this sale, with its $62 million total, proved that we're right in believing in this area and the future it has.